Our aim is to make sure that we bring to you information, relevant topics that will impact positively in your mind. When it comes to at the turning point, you will know that at a junction in life, there is need for you to go through a 360-degree turnaround. I'll be right back after the break. Welcome to At the Turning Point. I want to welcome you back. This is the second series of our Is Abortion Wrong? I want to say thank you for coming in every day to encourage us. People have been sending in their questions, and we have decided to go through some of the questions, and this is the second episode. We are trying to cover these questions, and remember, is abortion wrong? It's not to judge anyone. We're not being judgmental. We're not being stereotyping. We're not putting anybody to shame. We're not ostracizing anyone. But what are we doing? We are impacting knowledge. We are reviewing what people think about it, because it is very, very important. It sparks a lot of emotional and sensitivity kind of vibe all around this topic. But I want you to know that you are not a victim. Peradventure, you have had to make a decision to go through an abortion. And I said in the first series, please, if you have not seen this, go back and check. I actually made mention of situation and circumstances, giving an example of situations where people had to make that decision to terminate a fetus. And I said that in this situation, these days, we don't need to live in the guilt of it. We need to know the reason why people have to make that decision. If you find yourself in a situation where you have to make decision whether abortion is wrong or right, remember the rationale behind making that decision is what matters, because you will have to live with it for the rest of your life. Remember, you have community, you have family that might not understand why you make that decision. Are you going to be answerable to them, or judge yourself, or put yourself down for the rest of your life? No. Situations do happen, life do happen, circumstances happen, health risks will happen, and people have to make decisions. So in this decision, don't give up on yourself. I'm quickly going to continue with my life experience regarding abortion. Yes, I have been a victim of having to make decisions in the past. Some school of thought or some group believes that abortion is wrong because it ends a potential life. Other argues that it must not be restricted. It must not be a decision that is being restricted, and that when you're saying that it's wrong, some people said, no, you can't restrict people. So how do you navigate this? Where do you stand? Viewers, please put your comment down. It depends on your view. It depends on what you think. Your religion, remember, your values. I keep emphasizing on this because it underpins this topic, and how you are emotional about it or make decision about it. Remember, for someone that they have to save the life of a mom, to terminate a fetus, it's about life. And for someone that they have to terminate, a fetus because of fetus life, it's a decision. And in a decision like this, and in a situation like this, you cannot but to do what? To make that decision that is right for you. To what end is that decision being made? Every one of you know about my son Israel, bless him. Yes, I've shared about my experience with him. Yes, when I was conceived with him, there was a situation that the doctor detected at the time, and I was being given the choice to say that, do you want this fetus to live or not? But at that time, I was so naive. Is there anyone out there that you have to make the decision about, is abortion wrong or right? They had to make that decision, but the decision, you have to be strict about it. At that time, I was naive. If you need to get more understanding before you make decision on such a topic like this, please do seek for counsel. It is very important, because I tell you, I'm talking about 20-something years ago, and I still remember vividly the decision that I made. But at that time, I was so naive, even though the doctor explained to me the prognosis, the diagnosis, the chances, the probability, and so many other things for me. Because of my culture, because of my religion, I'm not going to go there. It's a taboo, and even, a formidable thing that you cannot do. It's not allowed. So I didn't even go for any other choice. I didn't even have choice. That is like, no, you have to leave this fetus to live. For me at the time, I choose not to terminate the fetus, and 20-something years down the line, this beautiful boy was born. Up till today, no speech, not able to walk, severely disabled, depending on others to live. And I look at him sometimes and I said, what if I've made the decision to have the pregnancy terminated at the time? So you can tell, am I being sorrowful for this? No. It was a decision, and I told you, whichever way, either you think is right or wrong, you live with it for the rest of your life. Don't feel the guilt. Don't be sorry for it. It's life, and it always happened to one. But I'm saying for someone that will gain understanding, because this is at the turning point. Either you've been the victim before, you had to make that decision in the past, or you will make that decision now or in the future. Make sure you seek the right counsel in order for you to be able to make the right decision, to navigate your values, to reflect your decision. It is very important. Both perspective of whether it's wrong or right comes to a place, and it comes from a place that wanting to protect potential lives. And that is the bottom line of this topic. Is abortion wrong? Either potential life or the well-being of something is important or autonomous to the person that is making the decision. The challenges is still there, and you still need to understand that acknowledging your decision and your values do have a major impact in what you're doing, whether you are going to say is wrong or right. Please, anywhere you see a topic like this, don't just jump to the conclusion and say period is wrong. It might be wrong for you and right for others. And I've said it. I tell you, values clashes with such a decision like this. Is your value clashing with it? Is your religion clashing with it? How do you navigate around it? Please, at the comment section, let me know. Different people prioritize different things. It depends on the situation. I've seen people that are the stillbirths. If that person have been asked to terminate the pregnancy, we said, no, I know there are different things, but if you look at it from different, from that point of this view, you will know that at the end of the day, in life, things do happen that pushes you to act or make decisions in certain way. And this is my own balancing to say that don't allow anyone to stereotype you. The society that we live in, a lot of people around you might not have this understanding or be exposed to a lot of things that we discussed today, a situation that warrants you to want to stay with is right or stay with is wrong. Don't judge yourself. Like I said to you, I didn't judge myself. Viewers, I really want to say to you that don't judge anyone. Like I said to you, in life, situation will happen. If you have to, then have your reason, your rationale, that you will not condemn yourself. While the society condemns you, you remain upright, you remain steadfast, you are stable, you stabilize your destiny with it. I've seen a lot of people, couples that had to even end their relationship because during courtship they decided to terminate some pregnancy, but on getting married they had difficulties. The wife had difficulties with fibroid. They were not able to conceive, and that really put a big pressure on the family. So where do you stay on this? To them, termination for their own reason best known to them, the pregnancy was terminated then because the spouse said, oh, I'm not ready for family. We see this every day, but you'll be surprised how people have to live with a lot of guilt. Don't find yourself living in guilt of abortion. Just know that you can raise your head. The best way to help in this situation for people that find themselves in a way by which they have to make that decision to say whether abortion is right or wrong, it's not to be judgmental, it's to listen. This is a complex and very deep, emotional topic. And you cannot just blame people, families, parents. Please take it. Be careful in coming to terms quickly with this by ostracizing family, children because of this situation. You need to know that in this day and age, you don't blame people for things that happen. It might be an accident. Yes, you still need to make that decision. Yes, remember, it involves life, it involves destiny. And you have to understand that individual arrives at their belief through culture, through faith, through experiences and emotion. Compassion doesn't require agreement. When it comes to compassion, you can just listen, support the person. It doesn't mean that people that are doing it are wrong, they're going to hell. No, just be compassionate about it. You don't have to agree with it to say that abortion is wrong or right, but just have compassion. Listen out. It requires respect when it comes to abortion. When it comes to issue of making a choice whether abortion is right or wrong, it requires respect. You have to respect other people's opinion in this matter. Remember, we've put in a lot of factors to which why a decision is made at a point in time. And so therefore, you need to have compassion, you need to have listening ear, you need to be able to allow people to express themselves, because a lot of people have actually committed suicide. They lived a life that is less than them because people around them judge them, and they won't accept or allow whatever reason why they have chosen to, to go either way of that spectrum. Is abortion wrong? All right. And abortion is one of those issues where people hold strong beliefs for deeply personal reasons. Whether you agree or disagree with this topic, understanding the why behind those beliefs is essential. If we want to move beyond division and towards meaningful dialogue, I want to encourage everyone. Yes, your opinion counts. Leave your opinion. And also, what we've learned today is a turning point. We're not going to start judging, stereotyping, ostracizing people that have to make their decision. Either they said abortion is right or wrong. Let's quickly look at the ethical issue concerning the question or the topic that we're discussing, that is abortion wrong. The ethical theory like humanitarianism also says something about the approach to this question, and I'm quickly going to check it. This humanitarianism might ask which choice leads to the least harm or the greatest well-being of all involved. I tell you, the people focus on it, like what I've said before. The choice of whether the abortion is right or wrong, it comes with duty of care. It comes with preservation of life or not. It comes with respect that has autonomy. Remember, it depends on each person. This is where the ethical morals or issues or subject comes in. When it comes to ethical, it has to do with your value, what you place value on. Is it wrong or right? And remember, we're talking about life here. Different ethical theories prioritize different values. So it depends on what you see as wrong or right, which is why they can reach different conclusions, even when looking at the same situation. So like my own experience that I've just shared with you, can somebody leave a comment for me on the comment section? What would you have done if you happened to be in my shoe at the time? I'm talking about my 26 years old now, that had never talked and never been able to look after himself, depending on others. And because when I was pregnant with him, the pregnancy was not uneventful until later stage, but I was offered if I want to make a choice to let go of the fetus, and I decided to say no. I will hold on to the fetus, and today I have my beautiful son, but yet having to face a lot of challenges depending on the decision that I made at the time. So what will you say to me? That Esther, oh, you should have just agreed to let this boy go. I mean, he's living a life, but life that depends on other. But in everything, We still have to make do of life. What is your own condition? Let me know. If you need counseling about this cast, because I know it is a very sensitive issue. If you need counseling, you need support. Some people have gone through a traumatic, depression, very unbearable consequence of making the right or wrong of it. I want you to know that the help is still not far-fetched. You can reach out to us. You see the number of the screen. You can go through counseling. You can see your medical expert as well. Please don't bottle it in. If you have to talk to someone about if abortion is right or wrong, or if you have made that decision, but your decision did not give you a favorable end, like my own story, yes, you need to speak to someone. Don't allow this to hunt you down. Always wait and respect what is. Viewers, I'm giving you this opportunity to seek help. Please do seek help. I know this will spark a lot of emotional reaction. Please seek for help. It is a very sensitive topic. And I've warned you in the past, before or previously, that I'm not going to, give you the answer to say it's wrong or right, but we're going to balance it. We've looked through different aspects to see how and why people have to make a decision at a point. Until I come your way, I want you to know that in this day and age, life is good and is livable. You can enjoy it depending on how you see it. Stay tuned and stay blessed.